Okay, I'm back with the continuation of my charity shop special here, my second charity shop special. Continuing on, the next album I'm going to show off is Street Dreams by Fabulous. This came out in 2003, I believe this is his second album. Um, Fabulous, I know he was quite popular in the early 2000s, but I don't really remember hearing any of his music back in the day. For some reason. I don't know. I just don't remember hearing it. But I know I have heard him before, definitely, but I just don't know where. You know what I mean? Apart from he's featured on E40's song Automatic, but apart from that, I've definitely heard of him and I know him, but I don't know where. You know what I mean? I don't remember hearing him back in the day, but yeah, I thought I would give this a go. Just charity shop. Uh, I thought I would give it a go. My understanding, my man Mike Sears, good friend of mine, he said that he's got good mixtapes, but his albums aren't very good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could see that because this album is very commercial. You know what I mean? He's going for that mainstream sound of 2003, and yeah, it's really not that good. There's nothing really on this that I remember liking. I only listened to it once, but it's one of those albums that's like crazy long. It's like 77 minutes, and it's just goes on forever. Yeah, it's not that good, but yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just that very mainstream commercial sound. Don't have much analysis for this one, I'm afraid, but yeah, didn't really like it too much. Wasn't that good, but worth trying, I suppose. The next one is dope. It's a lot better. It is the Fugees with the score. Everyone knows this album. This came out in '96, their second album. Very good stuff. Everyone knows this album. I see this sometimes as well. I've seen it before. I've seen this twice before in the charity shops. First time it was in terrible condition, so I didn't buy it. And then second time it was overpriced in my opinion. But this one was 50p. So yeah, most well known. So everyone knows songs like Ready or Not or Killing Me Softly and stuff like that. My favorite song on the album is Fuji La. I think that's a great song. Yeah, very good album. Everyone knows this one, but it's very good. Zealots as well. That's a very good song. Uh, The Mask, Cowboys, good stuff. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Very good album. And then these next two were pretty cool. I paid up a little bit more for these, but these are like the only things that were like kind of surprising. I was like, oh shit, I need to pick those up. The rest of this stuff is, like I said earlier, charity shop fodder in the previous part. But yeah, first of all, I'm going to show off Mos Def's debut album, Black on Both Sides. Still got that horrible, need to peel these horrible stickers off. I haven't got around to it yet, but yeah, really excited to pick this up. This was £2, but worth it. This album usually goes for a little bit more than that anyway online. Yeah, I very good album, very good. Songs like Hip Hop and Mathematics and just a dope album. Really enjoyed it. Brooklyn is a dope song as well. Really liked it. I thought it was a dope album. Um, Way better than the second one. You may remember I bought his second one, The New Danger, about a year ago, and I didn't like it at all. But this is a very good album. Yeah, this is probably another one that a lot of you guys know. But yeah, Mos Def Black on Both Sides. I was really excited to see that, and to go along with that, I also saw at the same time this. Mos Def and Talib Kweli Black Star. I was like, wow. I was like, how awesome is that? Again, I paid £2 for this, but well worth it. That again, this album goes for a little bit more than that regularly anyway, and it's a really dope album. I actually probably like this a little bit more than Black on Both Sides. To be honest, I thought it was really good. Yeah, the definition going into redefinition, that's dope. Um, Children's Story, the Mos Def's take on, Slick Rick's song. Um, I just thought it was a very good. Thieves in the Night, I thought it was a very good album overall. And I really like the chemistry between Mos Def and Talib Kweli. They work very well together. I think I actually like Talib Kweli a little bit more than Mos Def. That's probably blasphemous to say, but I really like them both, but I prefer Talib Kweli. But yeah, I thought they both did an really good job with this album. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I think it's weird how this album doesn't have a barcode in the back. Isn't that strange? Yeah. But anyway, really good stuff. Black Star, most have Talib Kweli. Next up is an artist that I have some of his albums. People know that I'm not a huge fan, but you know I thought I would give it a shot anyway. It is Jay Z of the Black Album. This came out in 2003. This was supposed to be his retirement album, but of course we all know that didn't happen. Um, yeah, you know, retirement albums. Has anyone actually retired after releasing a retirement album? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, anyone knows me knows that I'm not a huge Jay Z fan. But you know, if I see one of his more acclaimed albums in the charity shop, I'll give it a shot. I actually quite liked it. I actually thought it was one of his. I thought it was good. I thought it was one of his better albums that I've heard. Actually, I probably like this about as much as the Blueprint. It's sort of on a similar level. I did actually quite like this album. I thought it was pretty good, and I like the fact that the disc is black. It's like a PlayStation disc. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Most well known songs are like Change Clothes, which I remember back in the day. It's okay. I don't really mind that song. Dirt Off Your Shoulder, though, I can't really. I don't like that beat. I believe it was Timbaland who did that beat. I don't know. It irritates me. Not a big fan. 99 Problems, which you know is a pretty good song. My favorite song on it was actually Moment of Clarity, which I believe Eminem did the beat for. I'm usually quite critical of Eminem's production, but I thought he did a good job on that, and I thought it was a dope song. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big Jay Z fan, but I thought this was a pretty good album by him, and one of the better albums in his that I've heard from him, you know, for sure. Yeah, I enjoyed it anyway. You know, I don't love it like the way a lot of people do, but I still thought it was a pretty cool album. Next up, speaking of Eminem, we're finishing off with some Eminem. We got Eminem with the Marshall Mathers LP. This is his third album. You know, a lot of people consider it his second, but it's really his third if you count Infinite. Yeah, my favorite album from him. I definitely think it's his best album. It's his magnum opus. I know I can understand like a lot of people are burned out on this album, and I completely understand that. Re-listening to it again recently, I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good album. The only song on it that I'm sort of not the biggest fan of is the song Amityville with Bizarre. I'm not a big fan of that one, but I think the rest of the album is great. Um, you know, everyone knows songs like The Real Slim Shady and The Way I Am and all that stuff. Stan, they're all good songs, but I really like songs like Bitch Please Too and Remember Me featuring RBX and Sticky Fingers. I think it's so cool that like RBX and Sticky Fingers like are featured on this album. It's like the Eminem these days would never have RBX or Sticky Fingers. You know what I mean? Like the Eminem these days would have Lil Wayne and Drake. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's just completely different. You know, I miss this Eminem. You know, really dark. I love the production on here, you know, done by, you know, a mix of like Eminem himself, Dr. Dre, the Bass Brothers and stuff. I like that sort of dark kind of minimalistic sound. It just suited Eminem really well. Um, yeah, just really good album. I can't deny it. It's a very good album. Like I said, my favorite Eminem album. I think it's his best work. But yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP. Everyone knows it. Came out in 2000. Yep. And then to finish off another Eminem album, I got The Eminem Show. This is his fourth album. This came out in 2002. This album is definitely not as dark as, you know, his previous work. I used to not be a big fan of this album. Well, I used to like it, but I used to think it was very overrated, and I used to think it was really hit and miss. Listening to it recently, I actually enjoyed most of it. I actually thought it was very good, I have to admit. Um, there's some songs I'm not crazy about, like My Dad's Going Crazy. I hate that song. It's just terrible. But I did enjoy the rest of it. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it more than I remember it. You know, there's songs that I'm sort of like, I don't know, Cleaning Out My Closet's like one that I'm just not a big fan of. I don't know why. It's just that I was never a big fan of that song. There's a couple of other ones, but generally thought it was a very good album. And yeah, the last, in my opinion, good Eminem album. After this, he put out Encore, which is just horrible. than Relapse, which could have been, it would have been way better, like so much better if he rapped normally on that. I haven't listened to Relapse in a long time, so I can't give like a definitive opinion. But yeah, not crazy about that album. And then Recovery is just really bland and boring. And then the Marshall Mathers LP2, which is nothing like this. You know what I mean? It sounds nothing like this. I know there's references to like the first the first Marshall Mathers, but just wasn't. No, it just it just wasn't the same. It didn't sound like the first Marshall Mathers LP at all, in my opinion. It sounded more like Recovery, you know. But yeah, that's it. That's the that's the charity shop double bill. I'm gonna put these CDs away and then bring over more CDs for another pickups video. Just gonna knock these all out. I thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.